Welp, I may have gotten here a little early. I guess I'm just excited because this is where it all began. This is the first official state park of Texas. Morning, I'm Jay, and this is Mother Neff State Park. If you visit Mother Neff, make sure you check out Tonkawa Cave. But if you see the dark patches on the wall, don't mistake them for moss and run your hands through them. In my last episode at McKinney Falls State Park, there was a similar enclosure used by Native Americans. I chose not to paint that and painted the falls instead, but this unique harvestman feature inside the cave makes me want to post up here and do my painting of this location. This is my first painting on the East Hill Country trip, and I'm going to plan to use three things consistently. Burnt umber, titanium white. Those will happen on every painting for this trip. I'll also use an alkyd gel to help speed up the drying time. But for my other colors, I'm going to do a kind of grab bag system, and whatever I pick from that will be my colors for two paintings on that same day. So I don't have all primaries in here, I just have blue so that I'm not constantly fishing around for a blue through everything. So I will start with, what is this? Manganese blue. Manganese blue is going to be my blue. Now let's pick my yellow and my red. The red will be Pyrrole red. And finally, my yellow ochre. So let's see first what we can do with those colors, and then we'll start on the painting. Now, I don't put out a lot of Pyrrole red because for the scene in front of me, I'm not going to need a large amount of red, but I may need it to help neutralize other mixtures, so I need to make sure I have it on my palette. In a landscape painting, very rarely do you need a very intense chromatic orange or purple, but this is just a good indicator to me of what range of chroma I can get from the mixture of these colors. The big question is what kind of green I can get from manganese and yellow ochre. Now, if I wanted to indicate new growth or bright light on spring grass, this green isn't really going to do much for me. But since the scene shows a very dark area with the light just starting to come through beyond, this is actually good. A muted green will work well. One of the big things I'm going to need is a gray of sorts. And we'll have to see what my darkest dark can be out of this. So it's good to know what I can do with what I have. Of course it's limited. That's what a limited palette will do. But the fun is now trying to figure out how to make it work to depict the scene that's in front of me. Looking at the scene, I have to decide if I want to paint this in landscape orientation, which would make sense because it's a landscape, and I could show the depth of the cave. But I'm also intrigued by the light beyond coming in through the forest. So I explored the idea of doing it vertically. That's what I settle on, in large part, to get rid of these weird shaded areas at the top center area of the map. Looking at this view makes me wonder if I shouldn't have gone landscape. And I probably should have included that cool bendy tree. But the painting's done, and I have another park to visit today. So I'm going to pack up and hike out. But on the way out, I was able to stop at the visitor center, and I saw this cool time capsule that's a part of the centennial celebration. And I was reminded once again of how fantastic the CCC was and how grateful I am to them for building parks like this and others that I'm looking forward to seeing across the state of Texas. That's where I'm heading now. I hope you'll go out and visit a state park in your area, and I hope you'll join me for the next episode coming to you very soon. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.